Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, May 12th, 2020 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is my inner evolution supports the outer revolution. And as we are in Taurus, this evolution and revolution is around our values and around pleasure and beauty and good things in the world, knowing our worth. So that being said, in our third and final revolution evolution day of Sun in Taurus, there is a chance that these things could be triggered. We really do want to maintain that focus on what we value to help move us through any of these evolutionary pokes that we may be getting astrologically. And oh my goodness, what a day. The shift is here. So we have the moon today shifting into Aquarius early in the day, and then Mars later in the day will be shifting out of Aquarius and into Pisces, and then at the very tail end of the day and even into tomorrow for some of us, we have Venus going retrograde. So I'm going to focus on Venus retrograde in tomorrow's scope, and I'm going to touch on Mars into Pisces in this scope, but also talk about it tomorrow because I think it goes very hand in hand with this Venus retrograde. And today, largely what we're dealing with is Mars at that 29-degree energy. So between North Node newly in Gemini, in fact, we have Mars and the North Node trine today working together, Mercury newly in Gemini, and then this finishing up of Mars in Aquarius. Sorry, just made some connections in my head and I was like, oh, we have to talk about this. Between all this, the mental energy is popping. Both Mercury and Aquarius, or Gemini and Aquarius, have very electrical, mental energies. And when I was just connecting, I was like, oh, so we have Mercury at 1 degree in Gemini, and we have Saturn at 1 degree in Aquarius. So we have that working together. And then we have Mars at 29 degrees Aquarius, and we have the North Node at 29 degrees Gemini in a trine working together. So these Gemini Aquarius vibrations are really working us. This is important, again, that we focus at least part of our mental energy on what it is that we value, because it's like circuits could go really haywire in this energy. While a trine is a very supportive, connecting aspect, when we have really strong mental electrical energies, sometimes those can short out our nervous system and our mental synapses. So getting grounded, having a focus point will really support you in hopefully not getting too spiraled out. I've actually been hearing from several clients and people who watch the videos of having headaches. And that to me is just one sign. Water will help support these energies moving through, but also like grounding, getting chill, and knowing how to quiet your mind. So do be aware of that in and through this energy. Now, just to add to all of that, Moon in Aquarius. So Moon in Aquarius is just going to spike this energy. So do be aware of that. Before we have that, we get one last reminder of this Capricorn energy as the moon finishes up in Capricorn and meets with Jupiter. What is it that we are building? Well, you don't have to know exactly, but you do have to know, what do you value? Because that is a part of your integrity. That's a part of your structure. And that's something that you want to build in to the creations that we're building at this time. So again, there's that focus, awareness to bring forth integrity with what you value. So Moon will shift into Aquarius at 8:39 a.m. Pacific time, and then it makes its first connection of the day with Mercury in Gemini, and then we've got Saturn in Aquarius. So there we have the Moon and Mercury and Saturn. Moon in Aquarius, finding a way to align our current emotional state with our vibrational state, finding some harmony there. Finding our personal alignment, integrity is what it's feeling like. And your thoughts are really going to aid this process. Your thoughts are either going to help, bring you to where you want to be, or they help spiral you. It's really up to you what you're going to do with it. Now, that being said, it's not bad to have feelings. It's not bad to be an emotional creature. A lot of times, our emotions like to be compartmentalized when we're in Aquarius. We might find ourselves a little less emotional, and yet at the same time there is so much going on at this time, which is like, I feel so much and I must emote, I must express. So do be very aware of that. That Saturn connection. This isn't about how you were told you should be. This is really about your authentic alignment. And that's the thing. To get to the authentic alignment energy, it's a constant shedding process. And I really do think that this values piece is very helpful in the shedding, because when you find that alignment, like, yes, this is something I value. Wait, I might like this thing, but it actually doesn't hold value for me. Or I might like this thing, but it doesn't connect. It doesn't feel in alignment. That's going to help sort you out and help shift you up. The other thing that I'm really feeling with this is Gemini and Aquarius, when they make connection, or any of the air signs, when the air signs make connection, there is that desire to connect outside of us, whether it's with community or like-minded individuals. So we may be feeling that call for connection today. And I do say, like, if you're feeling that call for connection, do reach out to connect with that which you value, because that'll just support this process. And again, helps you figure out who you are. And it's amazing what you can do when you talk it through with somebody who knows you. Okay, so we have that connection. Moon and Saturn energy. Again, the conditioning card, be aware of that coming up, spiking up. Is this conditioning, does it lift you up to your alignment, or does it feel like it pulls you down? Really, what are these shoulds? Are they guiding you in a way that is supportive and, again, helping you raise to your best self? Or are they triggering and, like, they can be triggering and still trying to, like, get you to your best self, but triggering and trying to, like, spiral you to be somebody else? Really feeling through the vibration of that energy will ultimately support you. Mercury and Saturn. A lot of mental energy moving through this, but this is really good, especially because Saturn is now retrograde. So it's really about, like, looking within, like, does this really resonate? Does this resonate with my own unique code? Does this resonate with my frequency? Tuning into that energy. And all of this is leading us up to Mars into Pisces. I really do feel like I'm going to talk about this more tomorrow. What we do want to know about Mars into Pisces now, it's shifting at 9 p.m. Pacific time. When Mars makes a shift, you may feel through the day, again, that Mars vibration, like amplifying, like frustration, aggression, passion. I need to move. I need to talk, express, because it's in this Aquarius energy that, does have that mental, I need to make codes on the wall, a beautiful mind kind of energy moving through the day as it's at that 29 degrees. And then we go to 0 and we move into Pisces. So you may find that amplify. I used that word so much in the write-up yesterday. So much amplification. It's hard to say. And then it's like, it's like you hit a wall. So do be aware of that with that Mars energy. You may find yourself suddenly hitting a wall. Now, some people get, like, the energy before others. So if you hit the wall earlier than that, do not worry. But do be aware that's part of it. Mars into Pisces, I feel like, is assuming the yin position. Especially interesting as Venus is about to go retrograde in Gemini. And I almost feel like there's some carryover and flip-flop lessons that we're really going to be working through with this Venus retrograde. and Mars and Pisces energy. What we want to be aware of with Mars and Pisces energy is this is a call to surrender. This is a call to flow. This is a call to our personal spiritual practice and spiritual alignment. And we want to act from that place. So do be aware of that energy coming in, but we're going to work with that more in tomorrow's scope and with that Venus retrograde. Venus retrograde, something to be aware of. The yin, I am hearing more and more and more stories of the yin being so over it. And I have to say, I have seen many, and let me preface this with astrology is the study of patterns. So over my time of being an astrologer, I have seen many relationships hit challenging times when the yin goes retrograde or the Venus goes retrograde, because she's looking within and she's like, this don't meet what I value. So be aware of this. And yet it is this call within to the relationship within, a call within to show up for yourself. And this is for yin peoples and yang peoples and people all around the spectrum. We all have yin. And so this is a call to a new level of relationship with the self. And there will be mirrors on the outside because this is Gemini. Again, we will get into that more tomorrow, but awareness of that is good. One other slight thing, geez Louise. Speaking of electrical mental energies, in the evening, the moon in Aquarius will be squaring Uranus. Have I mentioned get grounded? Grounding is going to be your friend. I might add it to the end reminders because it's so important at this time. In fact, I actually feel like that's what this experiencing card is about with this tree. It's like, yeah, you're going to experience some things. You're going to feel the things. Get grounded. Connect to the tree. Like go hug a tree. Get outside. Feel the tree rooted into the earth and get rooted like that, because that is going to support you through these high electrical, overstimulating mental energies. So just be super, super, super duper, is that enough supers and dupers, aware of it. I think today may have some triggers. I have the laziness card, which is like, hey, we've got work to do, and yet you gotta chill, you gotta take it easy. There's conditioning, there's shoulds to look at. I have the isolation card. The isolation card, becoming unisolated through allowing yourself to feel through the energies. I also have the postponement card. It might kind of feel like running in place today. If you are feeling like you're going nowhere, tune in. What are you being called to do, and how are you being called to show up? Because this week is shifty, and we're feeling the tides. We're feeling these planetary tides that are moving, and it can be a little bit confusing to know exactly how to show up in and through this. So with that, I'm going to end this. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. I think I'm going to be rolling out eclipse readings. Holy cow. We're going to be in our second eclipse season of the year. Oh my goodness. And there's 3 eclipses because 2020 is extra. So email me if you'd like to book a reading, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, get grounded. The better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and stay curious. Namaste.